Yo, yo, hey everybody, it is Doug. I am here. Howdy. Hi, everyone. Bam, bam. All right, that looks good. I'm just going to check my OBS here. It's going to look weird, but yeah, everything is working, looking good. Okay, going to come back over to bam. There. All right, good. Let me know you're out there. If you're out there, log in on the chat bar. Let me know who's out there. We're going to get started. Let's see. Do. All right. What am I doing here? I am coming over here. Going to invite some people. See if I can't invite a couple of people. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Looking good. Okay. So I'm going to share this to a couple of groups here. All right. Get everybody on here. Let's see. Get them in there. How about that? Yeah. Let's see. Who else? Who else would want to check this out? Let's see. Hope everybody's doing good. Still haven't seen anybody log in on the chat bar yet. So don't be shy. Log in there. Let me know I'm not alone. Let's see. Do that. Not that. Oh yeah, let's do that. That. There. Hey, John. John, all right, Vin. Man, my good friend John Capalbo's here. Terrific musician. Banjo player, bass player, great singer, everything. Great guy. John, I'm glad you're here, man. Spend the evening with us, and we're going to finish up this song. Let's see. Okay, do that. Just inviting a few more people here. Invite them. That. Let's see. There. Maybe them, there, those people, some of those guys. Hope y'all are doing good tonight. Lefty, hey Doug, missed last week. Hope I'm not too far behind. No, you're not. You're perfect. We need you. We need you tonight, Arthur. Just finishing up my invites here. Bam. And I'm done. Okay, good. So let's get started here. Let's start just by listening to what we got so far. Here's what we got so far. This is the little song that we wrote, John Capalbo. So we worked on this for 2 weeks. We started with just this drum loop, and now we've added all the parts. We wrote a melody. We kind of mixed it. We got a pretty good mix. And today we're going to put an arrangement on this. So we're going to put like an intro, a head arrangement, a solo section, the head out, and an ending. So here we go. Let's see. This is what it sounds like. So it's kind of like a second line feel. Okay, so there she is, all 12 bars in her glory. And the first thing I want to do tonight is I want to do an intro. And since we started with the drum, we started with this drum loop. This is what we started with. So I thought that, why don't we use that as an intro? Why don't we use, that drum thing as an intro? Why don't we start with that? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab everything here. So now I've grabbed all my tracks, And I'm going to move them over, I don't know, 4 bars. We'll do a 4-bar intro. So I just grab everything, I just slide it over here to the 4th bar. Now we have 4 bars open. I should be able to now grab, well, if I copy this, this looks like it's bigger than 4 bars. So I'm just gonna do Command C or Apple C, and I grabbed this little drum loop here, and now I'm gonna come over here, and I'm going to drop it there, and I'm going to drag it back over there. And did this shorten? Yeah, okay, boom. So now I should have a 4-bar intro. That seems really short, doesn't it? So I think what I'm going to do is, let me make this a little smaller so we could see it all better. And I'm going to grab everything again, and I'm going to move it over another 4 bars. Oops, no, I don't want to do that. I'm going to grab everything and move it over to the 9th bar. Now, let's see how long my intro is. Okay, so if I take this and I copy and I come here and I paste. All right, so now theoretically, now I should have a good intro. Everybody follow me so far? Easy peasy. Okay, so first thing is when I start, I guess the start is not bad. That sounds good. But I think that maybe it should end, like on the downbeat here, something like that. And then like we'll put like a drum fill in this space, right? Because it just seems sort of weird, right? Drummer be playing. Boom, bop bop ba da da, or something, some kind of drum fill in here. So for my drum fill, I'm going to open up a new track here. So I'm going to go to track. I'm going to go new track, and I want it to be a software instrument, and I'm going to create it, and it is appearing here. And I want to pick some kind of drum thing. So I'm over here on the left. I pick drum kit. Brooklyn usually has some nice sort of sounds. What else they got? So now, just say I'm just thinking about the snare. So if I'm going to add a little snare riff in there, I got to think of what I do. 1, 2, It might be nice to do like a hubba da boing, a triplet. Let's see if I could do that. If I can do that, if I open up this, okay, now, okay, so what I did here, see the scissors thing, it opens up this little edit window. And so I should be able to write in my drum part. Okay, now these are my bars. Okay, so here, like say I'm going to do triplets, right? 1, 2, 3, triplet bomb. 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2. This is beat 3 here. Oh, but I actually want to be in this space here. I want to be here. Boom. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 3. So I guess somewhere around there. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Okay. So. Let me change my sound. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to record from here, and if I look at my recording, my count in is 2 bars, and that should be good. So I get a 2-bar count in, and then I'm going to play just the rhythm. I'm just going to play, oh, not that. Boom, ba-da-da-dum. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I should be able to finesse it and move those notes around. So let's see. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and of course I hit the wrong thing. But let me get rid of that. Let me move this up here. Let me get rid of that note. So now I could take these and I can move these to the drums that I want. I think I want the bass drum. Okay, just gotta find my bass drum. Oh, there it is. Hi-hat, hi-hat, hi-hat. Where's my bass drum, bass drum, bass drum? Oh man, it's way down there. There we go. Okay. And then I want this to be my snare drum. Okay. So this is probably not going to be quantized right. 1, 2, 3, triple A 4. Let me just see where beat 4 is here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, triple the bar. 1, 2, 3. So I think I got to move this all over. 1, 2, 3, triple it. Oop. Okay. Kind of move this out of the way. And this is going to be there, I think. Okay, now I think these 3 are going to be triplets. Now see, I come down here, I'm going to quantize, and I'm going to quantize to a 16th note triplet. Oh, okay. So now let's hear what this sounds like. Here's my intro. Oi, bam. This should be my snare drum. There you go. Let's try this again. And I'll just go from here so we don't gotta hear everything. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ba-ba-da-ba. 1, 2, 3. Da-da-da-da. I think that these maybe gotta be here. 1, 2, 3. I think so. I think that's right. Let's try it again. Ah. 1, 2, 3, triple 3. I think I'm getting closer. I think I gotta move it all over one more time so that this is there. Let's try that. There you go. Sweet. And I think I'm gonna add a open hi-hat on that just for a little bit more sound. So I come over here to my, see it's left click, now I made it a pencil. So now I'm working. Hey John, what have you put the last part of the guitar part? What have you put that last part of the guitar part with the? I just got with the what? What, John? With the what? Also, forgive my delay in answering, but as you guys know that watch all the time, there's like a good 30-second delay between when you ask me something and I see it on the chat bar. So, John, I don't think that your whole thing came through, so ask me it again. But in the meantime, I'm going to come over here to find my hi-hat open. My hi-hat open, okay. So I'm going to come over here and I want to write that. There you go. So I want that to happen right at the same time. So now here's my drum intro, I think. Kind of like this. There you go. John said I just lost my sound. Okay, hold on. Let me go to OBS. Everything seems to be working in OBS. Let me go back and play this again. Let me put this on loop. Loop. Okay, on my end, everything is working. Can everybody else hear? Hopefully everybody else can hear, I hope. If you can hear, Vin, Arthur, let me know. Okay, let's see. You're good on YouTube. Okay, so John, if you're having trouble, go over to YouTube. All right, so now I'm getting a reading that says this video has no sound. Okay, yeah, John, I can see that you're on Facebook. I don't know why it's saying that. Let's see. I joined and saw Infinity Doug for a second. Yeah, that's OBS. Yeah, Jack, check it out. Yeah, this is what I look like on OBS. So yeah, that's why. Because I was checking to make sure that I had levels and everything. Welcome, Jack. And all right, so Jack, we I don't know how much of this you saw, but we have a little drum intro now. So that's what we did. We've added an intro to our song because we're going to do like an intro, head arrangement, solo arrangement, and ending. All right, so here we go. Our intro is our groovy drummer, second line, and then he's going to do a little drum fill. Okay, good. Okay, now with any blues, like if you do a blues, especially in jazz, you always play the head twice. Play the head twice. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to come here. I'm going to make this a little smaller. Whoa, that's really small, but I'm going to do that anyway. And so I'm going to come here. I'm going to copy this, and then I'm just going to paste it over here. I'm just going to paste it over here. There we go. And so now we should have the head twice. All right. Okay, so now we have the head twice, and I just want to make sure that across the bar line we're not funky. Perfect. Good. Okay, good. All right, so now, me being the producer and arranger that I am, on the second head, I want something a little different. I want to add something. So I came up with two ideas that I put down here for us. I came up with a little Hammond organ. And I think I'm going to raise that up an octave. Oop. How do I raise it up? There. There you go. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to add Aaron Sievers here. Hey, Aaron. Yeah, welcome, bro. Hope everything is good with you, man. Great, absolute top shelf pro drummer out of the Purchase College program a few years ago, doing his thing. Welcome, Aaron. Thanks for joining for a second here. We're second lining it, man. We're like sheer second lining it. And you missed my intro. So I don't know if you heard my intro, but I you're a drummer, so just check out my drum fill here. Right, second line. All right, now huge drum fill. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, man, that's it. So now what I want to do on our second head here, when we play the head the second time, I want to add a sort of like an organ part. Now, you all that are watching, all right, I don't want to bait you, but I'll bait you a little bit. If the rhythm guitar is very percussive, like everything is super percussive and choppy, right? So like if we mute the melody and we just listen from here, especially the guitar is very like choppy, right? You know? So I want my organ part to be what? And you guys are going to answer. Aaron, you'll know. You took arranging. So if one thing is sort of like all choppy and angular and you want to add another part, what kind of part would that be? Just conceptually, not even like the notes, but like just say rhythmically, what would it be? Would it be a complementary rhythm to that? On top of the rhythm of the drum, the second line rhythm, and the bass locking in with the bass drum in the second line. All right, so what do you think? Let me know. I'm waiting. And of course, I know there's a 30-second delay, so I'll wait an extra 30 seconds. But I kind of know what I want to do, but you know, we're writing this song together, so I'm just curious if you feel the same way that I feel. Do you feel like I do? Who is that guy? The wow, 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 that guy. Do you feel like I do? A pad, Shane Kirsch weighing in, ladies and gentlemen, in the 150-pound weight category. Shane Kirsch. You are correct, Shane. Absolutely. All right, so now let's do something even a little bit different. Do it. Okay, we're going to do it. Check it out. Now, we're going to come to finale, okay? I have increased the bit rate, so I'm hoping that everybody see the lines and you know, the lines and spaces, because I was using a lower bit rate, and when I got down too small, all you could see is the notes and no lines or spaces. So hopefully you're all viewing this and you're like, oh, this looks beautiful. I hope. All right, so far we have our guitar part, our melody, and we have our bass part here. Now, what I want to do is I want to add, I'm in finale, I'm going to go to the score manager, and we are going to add an instrument, okay? And we are going to add an instrument, and it is going to be I guess an electric instrument, yes, keyboard, clavinet, theremin. I mean, it really doesn't matter. It's really weird. I'll just put electric piano, but it really doesn't matter, because we're not going to listen on here, right? Now it's giving me grand staff, and all right, we'll stick with it, because what I was going to say is, Jack said Peter Frampton. Yeah, I believe was the person you're talking about. That's it with the talk bouts. Thank you, Jack. All right, so what I want to do is I want to think more like an arranger and less like a keyboard player, because, you know, you tell a keyboard player to lay down a pad on top of it, it's going to be like, you know, 10 fingers of doom, and I want it to be less than 10 fingers of doom. Let's do like 2 fingers of doom. So the first thing I'd like to do is just come up with a line, all right? I'm not really thinking too much about rhythm, I'm thinking about a line. So I'm just going to say, just for the fun of it, Diet Coke, I'm going to pick a note that that we haven't really played. So we have this G13 chord, right? It's a dominant 7 with a 6 in it, and I'm going to put a 9 in it. That's what I want to do. All right, so I'm going to put a 9, and I'm going to hold that 9 across the 2 bars. Let's see. Jack said, you tell a jazz pianist to play you a 5 chord in C major, and they look you dead in the eye and play a 9 chord vaguely rooted in D flat. You are correct, sir. All right, so now here we have the 9 over that. And does A work on a B flat 13? Does it? Anybody know? An A on a B flat would be what? Wouldn't that be the major 7? That would be bad news, wouldn't it? So why don't we make this A flat, right? And what is A flat on a E flat 7 chord? Oh, you know what? I'm not even in the first fret. I'm like, the chords don't go like that. Doi. Hello. Now I'm in the first fret. So let me start again. A. I know that when we get over there, we're going to go, what are these notes? But, all right. And then we got to do this again and again. Nice. Okay, good. Now we come over to the B flat chord. And so for the B flat, this will just become A flat minor. I mean, just A flat. We'll do that. Oops. And we'll do that. And then come back here, and it will be A natural again. Now, if you're writing a chart, what would you could, if I hit in finale, if you hit the letter P, it puts a little reminder telling you that it's not A flat anymore, now it's G, it's back to G. So it's a little reminder. Okay, so now when we go to the, I'd like to get a note here, like see this A flat? I'd much rather get a note that I could use on both of those chords. So on an E flat 7, an A flat would be what? It would be a sus, right? I believe. I believe I could fly. I think it would be. So I'm inclined to keep that. All right, so let's just say, okay, Doug, we'll keep that. Oops, let me come here. Go there and make that an A flat. And then when we come over here to the F, I could still keep that, you know, because it would be like the sharp 9. But let's bring it up to the A natural, okay? Ooh, I'm sorry. Oops, sorry. I'm really sorry. Okay, I wanted to hit the P. Good. And then let's bring it back down. Okay? So that's what we've got. So basically, I have 2 bars of A. Actually, 4 bars of A. Then A flat. For 2 bars, and then A, and I gotta tie this off. A for 2 bars, then A flat again for 2 bars, and then A and A flat. I mean A and A flat. Oh, look at this! I'm writing by accident. Look at me go. Okay, let's undo that. Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z. Okay, good. All right. Terrific. And somehow I ended up with a 13th bar here. I'm gonna get rid of that. Goodbye. Okay. So now I kind of got my first line there. Oh, look at this. I accidentally added some notes. Wow. Okay, let me go back and make sure. A flat, A natural. Okay, so then I just get my little eraser. Come here. Oh, I erased everything. Bad Doug, bad Doug. So just make this an A natural. This, I believe, should also be an A natural. Yep. A natural. Come back over here, tie them. Good. And then I think that I kept these. Boy, I screwed everything up when I was kidding around. Let me lower that, come back here, tie that, and then B flat. And then what did I do here? Oh yeah, I did A natural, and then I did the A flat. Okay, now another thing I'm going to do right now is I'm going to save. Command save. May the 4th be with you. This is like 20 years ago in your arranging class minus the chalkboard. Yes, it is. But the same hilarious mistakes. Okay, so now I have that. Now, let me play it, all right? So now I'm going to come over here to our little chart. Okay, and I'm going to, I think I'm going to just turn up this organ sound ridiculously loud so we can make sure that we can really hear it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to loop these bars here, right? So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab there. I'm going to drag over here So I'm pretty sure I've looped those 12 bars. So if I hit play, there you go. Check. That's the only thing I can't remember. Back to here. A, right? And then A flat, A. Then A flat again. Then A flat. Should work. It should work. Now to the flat. 1, 2, 3, 1. Back to the A. Then back to the A flat. All right, so obviously there's one spot that even though theoretically it works, it don't sound good. And so, you know, like we always used to say in arranging, you know, you kind of like brain it and do it, and then you're like, this sounds horrible. And so right here, to me, why was that A flat on the B flat sound so bad? I don't understand. Me no understand. It's right here. It just doesn't sound good. So should we just like totally wimp out and go to the actual root? Those of you that know my arranging stuff, I am not a big fan of playing the root of the chord because the bass player's playing the root. You know, there's like root all over the place. Maybe the 13th. Maybe we'll do the 13, double the 13 maybe. And if we play G over that, well, that should work because that'll just be the third on that chord, which is okay-ish. Ooh. So now I'd be going, oh, am I adding more notes again by accident? Let me get out of here. Did I do that? Did I change something by accident? Yep, I did. Stupid program. Come here. Oh, yeah, I should just be able to Command Z. Command Z. Ha ha ha. Take that. Let me just get out of writing mode. Okay. So then I go down to G. All right. So now this will be like this. A, right? A flat. Now I'm going to go to G. I'll buy that in a minute. Okay, so let's record it. Bam. Let us record it. And when I record, I get 2 bars up front. Dos, tres, cuatro. Oh yeah, I'm swinging it, baby. Woo! Ain't it funky now? Okay, cool. And you notice in the beginning I did a little crush note to authenticate it. Let's see, John Capalbo says, I think you need to go up and down on that organ, It sounds too flat. Yeah, we're going to add another voice, John. Check it out. Well, we're going to add yet another voice. Okay, so maybe what we should do, since John is like, you guys are a little in the low register here, you know, well, we can always jump it up an octave. You know, it doesn't have to be there. It can be, you know, I wonder if I did that there. Does it automatically change it on here? Let's see. Nope. Okay, I was just wondering. Pow. All right, so now let me drop that down so we're in the same place. So now if we're going to write a second note, right, we're going to do a second part, we're going to do above or below. All right. Let's see. Well, if we go below, our options are kind of nice in that we can grab the seventh. If we go above, we could grab, well, I don't really want to put a rub, you know, in there. We're not really in the rub zone, which is down around middle C. So my gut is telling me to go below because we're just going to grab better notes. I'm just going to be able to grab an F here, and maybe we can go down to the 13 here, right? Do the same thing here, and then when we come to the B flat, we can do the F. And is there an E? What would be an E natural on the B flat? Well, that would be the sharp 11. That might be a little stressful, but you know, we're into stress, aren't we? And then back to the same thing here. Okay, I believe E, F, yeah. Okay, and then for the B flat, maybe then we can get our rub and do an E flat to go with our E flat chord, which again, playing the root is lame-ish, but coming out of the rub might be super. Although we could stay in the rub, couldn't we? We could, couldn't we? We could just put that there and just leave the rubbage. Leave the rubbage to us, and then come back here. B5, yeah, maybe. So then really, my second part literally would just be going F to E. Ah, I did it again. You know, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Let me undo everything I did. Okay, good. Let me get out of this. And let me save what we did. All right, so now let me just go back and make sure everything is just F, E, F, E. And then at one point I stay on the F and then F, E. F, E, F, E, F, E, F, E. And then F. Okay, so let's hear what this sounds like now. I got the feeling, John Capalbo, that you know, we may bring everything up the octave. All right, so it'll be like this. Crazy about that, but let's do it and then just see, like, maybe we can tweak it. All right, counting in. Oh, sorry, sleep at the wheel. Okay, here we go one more time. Now I stay. So now let's open this up and examine the carcass. Okay, so now here, if we did kind of what John said, Capalbo, you know, he was like, it's like low, you know. So if we raise it up, I'm not 100% sure that that's going to be the greatest move, but it's easy enough to do, right? I could just come in here. I'm going to go back to my pointer tool, and I'm just going to say, just click anywhere in here and do Command A, boop, select everything, and then I'm just going to drag this, which is A3. Oh. Okay, and I think I'm pretty close time-wise. So now let's check it out now. John Capaldo, you're right. You're right, bro. I love it. Beautiful, beautiful. Not the end doesn't kill me, but I kind of like the vibe. John, you hit the nail on the head, my friend. Definitely. I mean, way too loud. We're gonna back it down. Love that. I think that note. So that would be this note here. Ooh, sorry. Why does this look so different? Okay, it just goes up. That's an A. That's an A. And it's on the F chord. And it's a 9 chord. You know what, maybe just because you could see the volume is louder than everything else. So I'm just going to come over here, just pick that note and just back it down. It's just louder than everything. Bring it into the color of everything else. Maybe that's what it was, that it was just popping out. Love that. There you go. Urethra, we have it. Okay, good. So now I'm gonna close this. Now we got to set this in the mix. So first thing I am going to do is, I could see that my rhythm part here, see my rhythm guitar is kind of like at 10 o'clock. So I'm going to put my organ at 2 o'clock-ish, right? Not going to get too technical over it. This is a little bit in the left, this is going to be a little bit in the right. Now let's solo this. And do we love the sound? I love the sound. I don't think I want to EQ it in any way. Just volume it. I'm not really sure that I want to wet it up. But we do have some immediate choices here. My bus 3 is a large room. And my bus 2 is what are you, small hall. So I don't know. I mean, here's what it sounds like with a lot of small hall. Here's what it sounds like with no small hall. It's kind of nice. I like that. Now if we shut them both off and we see what this thing is, large room. Nah, I'm not crazy about that. It ruins the stereo imaging, so I'm going for this one. Okay, so now I got my sort of EQ and my reverb, and I got it set where I want it in the mix, but now I got to adjust the level. So what I always do, I always take it out of the mix and bring it back. What do you think about double stopping the F under the A flat in the E under a flat. Oh yeah, I mean, John, there's like a ton of stuff that you could do, and for me, I was just going with the minimal thing because again, in arranging, every time you double a note, what happens? That note sticks out. That's what happens, So that's why when you see horns playing in unison, man, it bowls you over because it's like the same note, like four people are playing the same note. So in this, I'm trying not to duplicate what everybody else is doing. I'm trying to fit in between the cracks. So that's why I had that note selection. So now what I'm going to do is, and what I always do, when I mix, I take it all the way out. I bring it in. And I don't look at where the meter is. I'm just listening. Now let's add the melody. Now you'll notice that my my keyboard, my organ doesn't clash with the guitar part, and that wasn't really luck. That had more to do with note selection and knowing the harmony and looking at the melody. So that's where being an arranger and using a chart is a good thing. You always got to use your ears in the end. But everything shouldn't be like a guesswork. Well, I thought this sounded good. Well, of course it should sound good. But if you have like a little theory and like if you can actually look at everything like to me, a chart is taking an event in time and making it stand still. Like I can see this. Like I can stop the song, but yet I can still hear it sort of, visually. I can see it and I can add stuff in. And so that's why I love working with a score. I love writing stuff in, but I always, always, in the end, go with what sounds best. So sometimes I do something, I think it's kind of cool, and then in the end I'm like, I'm going to change this. I just, theoretically it's good, but I don't like the way it sounds. So it's that combination of sort of eye, ear, theory, I don't know what you want to call it, but that's what I do. All right, now, so now if we go back to the top, now we sort of have our head arrangement. Here's our intro. This is what it all started from. This drum beat, right? 1, 2, 3. Skibbity-bop. Nice. Open. Now comes. See, I think it's a little loud. Drop it back. All right, cool. Now we're ready to go into our solo section, but I'm going to show you another thing about arranging to think about. That being an arranger, what that allows you is the freedom to it allows you the freedom to come up with stuff that sounds spontaneous and groovy, but it's really not. It's sort of like thought out, So again, it kind of gets, like I don't ever want to take all the spontaneity out of what I do, but I would also love to have it that the basic palette that you guys get to play from is so awesome that any other stuff that we add to it is just going to be icing on the cake. The cake is not going to depend on our improvisatory powers and our interplay to make it happen. The song's already happening before we add our other thing to make it happen, But, so anyway, so now what I'm saying is that I'm going to put an interlude before the solo. All right? So here we have a 12-bar blues, and all of a sudden, we're going to put a section that's not 12 bars. All right? So I want to put a 8-bar section, just like our intro. All right? So I'm going to come back. Now, this is something that I saw a lot of from Duke Ellington. I would, and we as a class would analyze Ellington scores, And a lot of times we would just draw a line across the board and just like go intro, A section, B section, interlude, C, A section, D section, you know, and just map this whole thing out. And he would do a lot of stuff where he would play blues and put interludes in there, or have other tunes where all of a sudden there's like an 8-bar blues in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab here, I'm going to grab our little intro here, and I'm going to copy it, which is Command C in Logic. And then I'm going to come over here to the end. I'm going to line up my little bar here, because wherever you line up your bar, when you do Command V, paste, boom, that's where it's going to go. It's going to get pasted there. So we're going to finish our head here, and then we're going to have 8 bars of drums again. Drums. Okay? Now, what I thought might be nice is to funkify everything a little bit with a little. Oh, I gotta lower that again. Oh, too much. With a little clavinet, the old clavinet in here, right? So, kind of have an idea of what I want to do. Something like that, you know, because again, I'm thinking that from what I've heard of clavinova parts is that it's sort of like this 16th note, or if we're in double time, 8th note, however you want to look at it. The way that we wrote the chart, these I think would be 8th notes, because we sort of did everything in half time. So instead of doing the G, maybe I should do an F. Get that flat 7. So I'm doing like 7, 5, 6, 5. So let's see what that sounds like. I'll just do that again. Yeah, something like that, where I'm kind of doing both. Now here, I didn't start writing, okay? And the reason why I didn't write it was that, to me, this is much more of a rhythm than a harmonic thing. It's more about the rhythm and less about the notes. And so I just got to pick some funky notes, where I picked the 7, the 13th, and the 5th, and sometimes adding the root in. And so now I'm going to do it for real. And then we'll kind of tweak it a little bit, but I'm going to try and do it for real. Okay, so I think in the middle of that, I think I got the pattern that I wanted. All right, so now, look at this, all these little dots down here. And so now if I do this, boom, now all of a sudden, all my little dots are much better. And so I can actually stretch this out just a little bit so it'll all fit here. Pow. All right, so now I'm just going to stop when I hit like the part that I like. I think that's it. So if I started here, yeah, that's it. So it would be here, and I would copy from there. I think I would grab that. And, or maybe what I do is just get rid of everything else. Go away. You guys go away. You guys go away. Goodbye. Now, these are 16th notes, so if I grab all these, I'm gonna come here. Actually, they're eighth notes. I keep calling them 16th notes, but I think they're eighth notes. Yep. Okay, so now this should be like all lined up. And I know that in the old days, I would get flack for, because this would be called hard quantized. Like, oh, you're hard quantizing. And back in the old days, we used to like massage things. Like you could do stuff here where you have like the strength and we used to offset stuff and have it be behind the beat. And I gotta say, and this is just my opinion, but after so many years, I mean, it must be now easily like 25 years now of everybody listening that everything, almost all pop music is made with a click track or samples or whatever, and it's all, there's so much hard quantizing that to me, to hear something hard quantized is like, meh, it just doesn't bother me. So I don't go too crazy with it. So now, if I take this now, and I come here and I copy everything, hopefully I should be able to come here, and I should be able to paste and paste and paste and paste, I think. Therefore, I am. Okay, so now let's see what this sounds like. Well, that didn't work. Something about my cutting and pasting was wrong. So let me go back to here. The first part was right. Huh. Interesting. That it seemed like this much of it doesn't make any sense. That much of it seemed good and the rest seemed bad. I could see like if the first thing seemed good. Let me come back here and see if all of this still seems right. Oh, I think that shouldn't be there. Let me grab all this. Let me hard quantize this all again. Boom. Yeah, see that's fine. All right, so now let me copy. Let me come here and let me paste. Paste again. It's probably too much, but let's see if this is right now. Good, okay. So now I obviously got too much, so I'm going to get rid of my editing window, boop, and now I can see over here. Now I just got to decide where I want it to stop. I think I want it to go right, like right into that. Like I thought I was going to stop it before, but I think I'm going to stop it after it, like on the scabida boing, after the boing, like after it, like after there. Okay? All right, and also don't forget to saving. All right, now I'm going to come back to the top. Let's hear our whole thing so far. And let me tighten that up a little. That's real loud. Okay, yeah, that was really loud. Let me go back here and set this in here. Boom. And yes, Jack, it does sound like a duck. All right, now, As we're mixing and everything, one thing that we always have to remember, and Aaron Siebert, I know you'll agree with me, being a drummer, that in pop music, the loudest thing has got to be the drums. It had, like to me, it's got to be the loudest thing. So if we turn this way down, so like if I go here to the mixer and I grab the master and I turn the master down, the lowest thing we should hear, only thing we should hear is the drums and maybe the melody. So I'm lowering it way down. Lowering it down more. See, so I think that other stuff is too loud. All right, so to me, the reason why I want my drums to always be louder than everything else is that it gives the track energy, and you basically need to turn everything up so you can hear the other stuff, and it gives the track that push. One of the big mistakes of young, or not young, I don't mean young in age, but let's say inexperienced engineers and mixers, people that are mixing, is that like the vocals are so loud or the lead instrument is so loud, the track has no energy because you can't turn it up because the vocals or the main instrument is going to be blasting. So you want it to be that you need to turn it up to hear the main instrument. So I'm going to go right now and I'm just going to drop everything except the drums. I'm going to drop everything 2 dB. All right? And the reason why I pick 2 dB is that Peter Denenberg taught me that you really can hear a difference if it's not like 2 dB. Is like really like you'll hear something different. Like when people turn stuff down just a little, it's just psychological. You don't really hear it. All right, so my drum groove I'm leaving. This other drum fill I'm leaving. The bass, for now I'm gonna leave, but the rhythm guitar, it's at minus 3.5, you're going down to minus 5.5. Okay? And then my melody is at 0, you're going to minus 2. And you could probably stand to go more than that, but I'm going to put you at minus 2. And then my organ is at minus 3, you're going to minus 5. And then my clavinova, my clavinet is at 7, 8. And I may leave that. I'm gonna put it like at 8 because it's just with the drums. And that's everything. So now really what I've done is, all I've done, placebo decibels are a thing, they really are. All right, so now I've done that, what does it sound like? So the drums should really be the loudest thing. See, that guitar is so loud. The melody. See, the organ is still loud. The rhythm guitar is loud. All right, now let's hear it again. I dropped a lot of stuff. Two more decibels. Yeah, I'm liking this better. Excellent. Okay, I'm loving that. I'm feeling that. I don't want to go any more than that. Could be too much, but I like that, so I'm going to save that. Boom. And then, like with any mix, what you're going to do is you're going to listen to it here, like in your studio. You're going to listen on your headphones. You're going to listen through your speakers. You're going to put it on your phone and listen on your phone. You're going to go in your car and listen in your car, you know? John Capalbo's like, yeah, it sounds good like that. Absolutely. Gotta have them drums. Gotta have them drums up there, like you just gotta do it. And one of the quickest ways, like I said, is to drop the mix so low you could barely hear it, and all you should hear is the drums and the melody. I kind of like where the bass is. I love bass, so I'm kind of inclined to turn the bass up. That's there. Yeah, I'm going to leave it for now. So what we're going to do is now we got to move on to our solo section, all right? Now I know I've spent a lot of time on the head and adding these parts, but now we kind of like, we have everything. Like we have everything we need. Now we just need to just like cut and paste and just throw stuff together. So for example, so like say like for the first, say for the first chorus section, all right? So for the first chorus section, I'm going to grab these 12, oops, let me do that again. I'm going to grab these 12 bars, all right? Yep, yepers, yes, okay. And I'm gonna copy, Command C, and then I'm gonna come over here to bar 41. Bar 41, where are you? You're over there, boom. I'm gonna put it here, and obviously I'm going to get rid of my melody, because I don't want melody here, right? So I'm just gonna come here and grab my melody. Goodbye. And believe it or not, I'm gonna get rid of my rhythm guitar. Ooh. And so now my solo section is gonna start with a nice open feel. So check it out. So we go from the duck call. Nice, right? So you start your solo, and now you got space, you know? Yeah. Good. All right, so let's do another chorus like that, right? And so I'm gonna copy that, Roger, over and out. Come over here. I'm gonna paste it. Pow. All right. So now we got two, and now I think what I'll do is for my third chorus. Also, I'm gonna see how long my song is, right? So I'm gonna come up here to the top where it's like showing me measures and stuff like that. Now I want to see time. Show me time. So far, even up to here, my song's only a minute long. So we're doing fine. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here, and I am going to grab this whole thing. So now I'm going to put the rhythm guitar back in. I know I'm also grabbing the melody, but we can get rid of that. So now I'm going to come here. And now over here, hopefully I can just paste again, and get rid of just the melody again. All right, and so now we got four bars of solo. All right, and what time are we at here? Now we're at a minute 48. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, and again, we're kind of truncating it, but that's fine. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the interlude after that. Interlude, grabbing my interlude, copying my interlude. And this is where the whole computer thing is so awesome, is the cutting and the pasting. Pow. And then after we do the interlude, we're going to do the head twice. And let's do the head twice just like how we did it. Or maybe we want to do it opposite, So let me copy the head twice. Oops. Let me copy the head twice. Make sure I grab everything. Okay, so I got everything. I'm copying, Command C, copy that, Roger that. And I'm going to come over here and make sure I'm right on the bar line. Boom. And I'm going to take this and drag it over here. So I'm going to do it backwards. I'm going to be unbuilding this time. And then what we're going to do is we are going to end. I don't know if we're going to end with the fill. Maybe just end with this. Pow. Copy. Come over here. And we're going to paste. Boom. I'm going to save. Pow. And now, wow, why? Oh, yeah, because that ends on beat 1. All right, so now we got a 2.5 minute song. And again, if I was doing this for real, I'd probably make the solo sections a little longer. But for us tonight, let's do it like that. And this way we can really see the flow. All right, so here, check this out. Here's our song. Nice Hammond organ, nice, not getting in the way, you know, just a nice color, yeah. Little quackage. Guitar solo, of course, I mean, come on. Good guy. Yeah. So I didn't build it up here. Let him take 2 choruses, you know, get his stuff going, take his time. And see how it really makes the organ part stick out. Now we add in the rhythm guitar. Because it's building up to the height of the solo. And the cool thing about going to the interlude after the solo is that the soloist, you know, like say like they're going mental, and hey Craig, thank you. That you know, that if you're really, you know, blazing here, you can blaze off and kind of come down in the quackage part, right? Pow! You know, whatever, noodle around, wacka wacka doodle, and then back to the head. And in true jazz style, we do the head twice. I probably would mix that organ like faded because it just kind of like stops. Yeah. Pow. Hooray for us. Good job, everybody. Good job. Now there's just one thing left to do, is we need to name our song that we wrote as a group. Freshman bebop intensifies. The more notes a solo has, the better it is, right? Oh! Yes, of course. Especially if you're getting paid by the note, you know? I mean, you know, and if you guys that are signing contracts for work, you know, you could always put that clause in, you get paid by the note, take a bebop gig. So, who's got a name for our song? If you got a name, throw it up there. And I know there's a lot of you watching because I can see on Facebook we've had a lot of viewers. So there's a lot of shy people out there. You shouldn't be shy when we do these projects, man. Jump on. So come up with a title right now and throw it in the chat bar. And while you do that, I'm gonna hawk some stuff. You're gonna come up with a name, and I'm showing you some links I have there, PayPal and Venmo. If you really enjoyed yourself tonight and you want to help me to continue doing this is sort of my, the way I'm kind of making a living now is through my Saturday night shows, and then here on Wednesday nights doing this Shop Talk series. And so if you liked what you heard tonight and had fun doing it, you want to throw a couple of bucks in the bucket, there you go. PayPal at dmonroe954. Venmo is just Doug-Monroe. Also, if you look below, Doug's Music World is a brand new thing. I literally just started this week, February. We just started. If you want to find out more about it, just go to my website there, dougmonroe.com, and then whatever that is, /subscribe, and check it out. It's a subscription series, but it's different than anything you've seen anywhere else. And one of the tiers, there's 3 tiers, and I'll tell you right now that one of the tiers is the biggest bargain anywhere ever on the planet for what you get. And people that are kind of accidentally looking and seeing that are literally signing up on the spot. They're like, what? Is this right? And I'm like, yeah. So check it out, and again, I appreciate, anything that you could drop in the pail for me. A little tip is much appreciated. And like I said, keeps me going. Right now, everything is being done remotely for me, really no gigs. And even the gigs I'm doing are all, Zoom and YouTube and all that stuff. And that also reminds me, again, hawking stuff, that on Valentine's Day, we're going to have the full Lepompatak band. Let me see. Jack says, "Is this how I stop being so crap at guitar?" Oh, you took a look, huh? Yeah. It's like I said, that 3rd tier. Anybody that goes to that website and checks out the 3rd tier is going to be going, "Oh yeah, I'll do this. I'll do this." So it's a good deal. I mean, again, I'm not looking to make a fortune. I'm just looking to keep going. I've been surviving in the business for well over 30 years, probably closer to 40 years now. And I've always sort of changed and adapted with the times. People are moaning and groaning about what's going on now. But I'll tell you, people have moaned and groaned since I was a teenager playing in wedding bands. I mean, it's like nothing, you just got to change with the times and you got to adapt. So that's what I'm doing. And yeah, and I think that's it for tonight. Nobody came up with a name for the song. Well, I'm gonna come up with a name, and I'm gonna call this song. I'm gonna type it in here. I name this song "It Takes a Village." What do you think about that? That's the name of the song. It Takes a Village. Yeah. It takes a village, because we all wrote it. And I say congratulations to you. And yeah, I think that's it for tonight. All right. So this Saturday, I'm going to be playing 8 p.m. On YouTube and Facebook. I'm going to have the great Ben Wood. Ben is a really well-known gypsy swing guitar player on the Brooklyn scene for many years, and I can't believe that he's coming up here. I can't wait. It's going to be so cool. And my good friend Michael Getz is going to play bass, so it's going to be a trio. It's going to be awesome. I hope that you can join us. And then on February 14th, on Valentine's Day, we're doing a special full band Lepompatak extravaganza, which is a pay-per-view event, and you can pay through the same Venmo and PayPal links that you saw. It's $15 for the show, and it's a one-time only. So when you buy your ticket, I send you the link, and obviously you could have as many people over as you want, to watch it, but it's not going to be shown again. It's just a one-time dealio. So I think that's it. Vin, thanks for watching. Thank you, everybody, and I really do appreciate your involvement and your support. I really like, I'd like to interact with people, and so this is a nice, safe, and fun way to do it. And I think that's it. Until next time, peace, everybody. And now you get to see the infinity screen. The infinity screen as I log out. Have a great night, all, and I will see you Saturday. Bye. Bye.